Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Thanks a lot for joining us. We're here and we're back live after some Merry Crimbo action. Fist bumps to our arrival. Thanks for your patience throughout the delayed start. The camera's a wee bit kind of off since I've been away and whatnot, but we're back. We're live and we're loud, and we've got a rapid fire deadline show right after a rapid fire deadline that we had midweek for the kind of 1 day game week that we had throughout Boxing Day and whatever. And it's back to business for Sorare scouts and managers all around the world. I'm sure lots of you will be tuning in to join us on YouTube, on Twitch, on X, Twitter, whatever you want to call it. Please make sure wherever you're finding the broadcast, like, subscribe, share, retweet, all that good stuff, guys, as we go rapid fire into what is a huge weekend game week for some galleries out there that have been preparing for, where are my manners, sorry, without my co-pilot, Harry Trades, he's on some daddy duties today. I'm losing my marbles here with our kind of running order, as it were. But if we start with the matchups that we've got on Sorare data for the game week that we're about to come into, there we go. Let's have a wee peek at the matchups tab. What are we looking at this weekend? So Arsenal at home to Ipswich is the plum fixture. And look at that for a top five. A lot of really promising home games here. A lot of really strong home matchups. Fist bumps to everyone on arrival, of course. I see you all there live and loud. Love to see it. Porto at home to Boa Vista, Celtic at home at St Johnstone, right off the back of that lovely victory against Motherwell midweek. Fist bump to everyone that sees all there, guys. Napoli at home to Venezia, Sassuolo at home to Cosenza Calcio. Now that's a new one on me. Jack P, my man, good to see you. Fist bumps to everyone on arrival. And so big top five there, champion, challenger, and Premier League and SPFL, I suppose, all kind of coming into the mix here. And then we're seeing a little batch of away games here. City, Rangers, and Liverpool all kind of breaking into that top order alongside Sporting Braga. At home is where you want Braga, isn't it? Chelsea playing Ipswich is a bit of a double game week for some teams on the go. And this one, Inter away to Cagliari. And then after that, do we kind of, it's the 65 mark. And then we have a few games that are still in that green probability of the win here, with Leeds United 61 chance on a win. They're away to Derby County. Anderlecht at home at Dender, 62% chance of a win. And Bologna at home at Verona, 63% chance of a win there. Before we get into the mire of just 50-50 matches, that really could go either way. Could be high scoring, could be low scoring. Could go by the book, could go totally against the script, So fist bump, Alexander, good to see you, mate. New name in the chat on me. First time catching you live. Jake Aaron, my man, thanks for joining us. Johnny TH, my man, and Ivan Urib. Good to see you guys. Some new names and faces in the live chat. Please do subscribe to the channel if you are new around here, of course, as we get stuck into all the predicted 11s that are powered by Predictorfy. Now, Predictorfy, guys, had an amazing promotion to do throughout this festive period here. They're going to be announcing the winner today. The plan was to announce the winner on the show today, but I'm a wee bit behind, and I'm not too sure how we've done the draw in terms of the winners and whatever. But I do also have, actually, guys, before we get stuck right into predicted lineups from Predictorfy, who support me and Harry Trades here on the Deadline Show. So please do, if you are going to get projected lineups from anywhere in the Sorare community, make sure it is with predictorfy.com. But I give away all the limited cards that I win to the members on the channel, the guys that have got their SC Barcelona season ticket, and the guys that support the channel in the YouTube memberships with the season ticket, not the donations, but the season ticket. In any case, we've not won any limiteds, as it were, but we did get 2 Christmas gifts, in actual fact. I got one from Sorare in the Christmas box where everyone got a card. And I got this Julian Vetro, which, if it wasn't a limited, I would have probably hung on to it. It's a guy coming off the bench, playing up front, 20-year-old French at Dundee. We'll be giving him away in the Deadline Show today, guys. Now, what I need you to do, if you want to get involved in winning the Julian Vetro, is I need you to hit the retweet button on the broadcast that we've got on Twitter or on X or whatever you want to call it. So if you head over to Quinny 3001, you'll see this here. And then if you find the broadcast, which is this guy here, hit a like and a retweet. Now, sometimes we have had problems on pulling the reward winner from the Deadline Show itself, actually. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit a repost on this, and then it'll be that one. So yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll quote this live now. And if you want to win the Julian Vetro, that retweet there live now, that's the one you're going to need to like and retweet, because then I can pull the winner from that. And we'll give away the Julian Vetro. But for the second year in a row, Germ has got to be honestly, Jerm for the second year in a row, I'm sure it's Jerm anyway, has gifted me a Christmas present. He said, Quinny, I want you to have this card, and I've sent you two, so I want you to give one away as well. And that is an Uranalp Chevikan. So we've got two of this guy's a DNP goalkeeper, but it is backup goalkeeper season, as we all know here on the channel, where all the backups have been springing out. This guy gets onto the bench sometimes. I don't know his full profile, but Jerm knows his onions. And if Jerm wants me to have one of these guys, and he wants one of you guys to have these guys, and it's a good card to give away, we'll give this away in the live chat on YouTube. Okay, now if we can break through 100 likes, we're only on today for about an hour or so, but if we can break through 100 likes again, I'll give away the animated one, right? And if we don't, then I'll just give away the neon one, as it were. So two lovely cards to give away, a nice backup, under 23 goalkeeper, the future goalkeeper of one of your teams, hopefully, and a Julian Vetro as well. So if you want to get involved in winning the Julian Vetro, find this tweet that says live now, hit the retweet button. 6 of you have done that already. If you could do the little like button as well, it just means a lot to me, and I'll be very thankful for that. And we'll pull a random winner for the Julian Vetro off of that tweet at the end of the show, as well as in the live chat. It'll be pop quiz time, and we'll give away one of these guys depending on how many likes we get to. If we get to 100 likes, we'll give away the animated one, yada yada. I've explained all that to you already. So if we have a quick peek into the predicted lineups, we should have, it's a bit of a mess in the Premier League because there is some double game weeks on the go, so I'll do my best to keep myself coherent through this. Brighton do have a double game week in this game. Both the teams have been updated on this within the last hour. Brighton at home to Brentford. It looks like quite a familiar team, but actually seeing Matt Sweefer and Matt O'Reilly on a 50-50, that might mean that O'Reilly is actually quite a handy wee double game week pick. If any of you have one, like me, I've got two lying around. Weefer looks to be okay, so he's maybe dicey coming into this one. And the Brighton paper has O'Reilly in over Weefer, so I actually quite like that. I actually think I might play O'Reilly on the basis of that, local experts in the newspaper and whatever. Arsenal, the top game of the game week, at home to Ipswich. And with Jesus up front with Havertz and Martinelli, like they might just have their shooting boots on for this one. Calafiori and Timber coming back in to make that the best starting 11 for Arsenal. Fist bumps to everyone on arrival. We'll get to Celtic as well, guys, don't worry. And the membership, for any of you that haven't picked it up yet, it's £1 a week, £4 a month. I review galleries every week, normally Monday or Tuesday. That last week it was Wednesday. And I build your lineups before the weekend game weeks. Now, I've actually had a week off, guys, so the members are going to get double time at some point in the imminent future to make up for the shortfall we've got here. But you can be done just by clicking on the join button. There's a wee button under the channel that will say join if you're watching this on YouTube. There's two options to donate. The donations, there's no perks attached to them. It's just if you want to support the channel and you don't care about lineup building and all that caper. But if you want to get involved in the giveaways, we also have a Telegram group. Telegram's just like WhatsApp and Discord and all that good stuff. You need to get your season ticket. And then all the links are kind of available to you on the YouTube members tab to access all that good stuff that we're just talking about. Any more questions, feel free to reach out. But we've got the deadline show to rattle on with. And the Ipswich Town team, I think the right back is a new name to me, but otherwise it's quite, Ben Johnson's normally right back, isn't he? So it's maybe a wee bit of, juggling with injuries or availability or whatever for Ipswich. So at the Emirates and over the festive period, this feels like the festive period is normally quite good for Arsenal in my mind. So could be a really good one for them. Leicester City at home in Manchester City. The Leicester City team looks a little bit shaken up towards what we've seen previously. El Canus is coming in for the start, as well as I see Vestergaard back in the team. I don't think he's always been there this season, has he? But maybe that's just me. And another goalkeeper coming in to displace Danny Ward. Harry trades will be gutted. Man City team is on screen now for you as well. No De Bruyne again from the start as the way it looks to be. And no Doku either. But otherwise, you could probably pick this team out. Ortega Moreno keeping in the nets as well. So that backup goalkeeper strategy is going on and on and on for some other folk. Palace at home at Southampton should be a good Palace game. We've been waiting for good Palace to show up all season, it feels like. The defence is quite nailed in at this point. The back five, back three, however you want to think of it. And it's just them trying to get their combinations on the go, routes to go, a bit of consistency in here as well. Guy is suspended, Nketiah is questionable, Hughes is doubtful, and Eze probable, but he's got his minutes getting managed. So bear all that in mind for any of those cards you've got. They're playing Southampton, who are the team that most Premier League stacks want to be facing, but they've got big Paul up front, supported by a bit of a cast here, since they've changed manager. And by the way, I don't Yeah, they brought in Ivan Juric, didn't they? So this is going to be a bit of a change for Southampton with a new manager. Maybe a new manager bounce is on the cards, but I'm honestly not a fix my sword here. Sorry, but I'm not a big fan of this Ivan Juric. I don't think he's going to do well with Southampton. I don't think it's going to. Maybe there's a game or two bounce that he can get out of them, but I just don't see this guy working out in the Prem. Big Paul was so bad yesterday. I'm guessing that's meant to say mate or Matty. But it's a new look team, and Big Paul can score more goals for me than Cameron Archer and Brereton Diaz put together. So it's a bit of a change for Southampton. Maybe the clean sheet for Palace isn't as likely because a big guy like this will get in amongst their back three. But yeah, remembering that they've got Ivan Juric, I'm not too sure this is going to work out too well too quickly. So it could be a good Palace game, actually, in my book. Everton kind of going from strength to strength. I'm seeing Jordan Pickford linked to the good and the great of European football all of a sudden. Iliman and Dai with the wonder goal, obviously, the last couple of days. And yeah, the Everton team is pretty much as you were for the most part. Against everyone's favourite dark horse this year, Nottingham Forest, who, again, is that a full strength team? I don't think there's any changes you would make to that. All the main players are in position. And yeah, this is going to be kind of like the unmovable object in Everton versus the unstoppable force of Nottingham Forest. So this will be an interesting one. Could be goals galore, could be 0-0. Kind of a tough one to back a stack, isn't it? But maybe there's a Everton defence play in here. Maybe there's a Nottingham Forest attack play, depending on how the game actually shakes out. We've then got Fulham at home at Bournemouth. This will be quite an open game for me. Both teams very capable of beating anyone on their day. And Andy P, maybe this is his last game. I hear a lot of rumours that Palmeiras, I think it is, are going to try to bring him back to Brazil. Tom Kearney in to start this one. Issa Diop in over Jokie Anderson. Harry Wilson living his best life still on the right wing here, and Rodrigo Muniz up front. Unal got a start another day, but I think that was just rotation. Ivan Nielsen comes back in. Christie, who's becoming one of the most unsung best guys in the Premier League, he's building an L5. His L3 is really good. And I think this could be another great game for Christie. Dean Housen, loving life in there with Zabarnier, Kerkez and Max Aarons, Kepa. Nice defence here. Nice team overall. And this is a game where, yeah, Bournemouth could get another 3 points, and I would not be surprised. But equally, like, you know, Fulham are powerful. You know, this could go either way. Tottenham Wolves, wow, this game screams excitement, doesn't it? We know what we're getting out of Tottenham every time, especially with the defence so ragged the way it is at the moment. It looks like they're going to start with Madison and Kulusevski and Bentancur, so quite an attacking setup from Ange at home against a newly rejuvenated Wolverhampton Wanderers, which it's not really much of a change of style here, is it? But they've brought in Macards, which has made the big difference. Santi Bueno now starts, Gonçalo Guedes now starts, and Matias Cunha is living his best life. So, Liam King, good to see you, my man. Fist bumps to everyone on arrival. So, yeah, I think this could be a good, really good one to watch. God knows what way it goes, but goal scorers, decisives are all on the cards. Avoid goalkeepers and defenders at every opportunity you can, particularly Wolves when they've got like Matt Doherty in here at right centre back and whatever else. So, yeah, good one for the attackers, I think. Spurs and Wolves, isn't it? West Ham, Liverpool. West Ham's team's updated 12 minutes ago, and this is how it looks. Again, a kind of who's who out of their summer transfer business now starting to bleed into the team here. King Carlos still there in the number 10. Love that. Alongside Lucas Pac-Man. Jared Bowen, not for sale. Mohamed Kudus, always looking to get moved. And Fulkrug, maybe starting to get his career up and going. But this could be a good game for Big Tadibo here, who will be asked to make lots of duels, be asked to make lots of clearances. And this Liverpool team just feels like they're grinding into title winning into title winning mode, aren't they? So should be a good one for Liverpool. I think they'll get the right amount of possession to get some good all-around points across the board here. Decisives, but at the London Stadium, like if West Ham can keep it resolute enough, they might limit Liverpool to a goal or two rather than it being something a bit more handsome. And yeah, interesting one to say the least. Aston Villa, this is their first game we've got on the sheet here, but it's the second game for Brighton, and we don't have a predicted lineup for them. So Aston Villa may be coming into this game with the advantage of only playing once in this kind of game week, as it were. Rodgers and Watkins go together like peanut butter and jelly these days, don't they? As the old as our American friends say. Tielemans and Boobs in the engine room. Bailey and McGinn licensed to roam. And then the back four, like, yeah, doesn't really get much stronger, does it? I think that's quite close. Maybe I'd have Pau over Mings here, but maybe a bit of load management. Mings is now back, fit and available, but Konsa in the right back, Digne on the left, I think is normally the way Villa purr when they're doing pretty well. So Looking really good there if you've got a stack for them. Ipswich, wow, what a double game week. They've got first Arsenal away and then Chelsea at home. Doesn't look like there'll be many changes, but yeah, we see Ben Johnson come back into right back. And maybe this Wes Burns guy, maybe he's suspended or something for the Arsenal game. We've then got the Chelsea team. Is this Chelsea's second game of the game week? It's not. Maybe they have another one later on. But yeah, it's pretty much the weekend Chelsea lineup, isn't it? Tosin and Levi Colwell make the centre backs up. Otherwise, I think it's kind of as you were from every other Premier League outing we've seen so far. And then we've got the Battle of the Uniteds. Man United at home to Newcastle. And hey, Ruben Amorim, that honeymoon period did not last long at all, did it? And it's pretty much a familiar lineup. I'm glad to see Mazraoui out here because I think Mazraoui at right back is a very good SO5 card. Amad Diallo's a bit more forwards. Maybe he loses some of that all around he was getting recently. Maybe not too much, but and Højlund and Garnacho in support of him in the forward line here. Back three looks really good. And Harry Maguire, by the way, might turn into be quite a boss SO5 card. I don't know how he's been doing recently, but centre of a back three just feels like Harry Maguire, SO5, you know, basic passing all day, every day, lots of clearances, very little duel lost, very little possession lost. And as I'm just having a wee scroll through, the goals conceded have maybe nerfed them a little bit. But by the way, there is some AA brewing here for big Harry Mags. So maybe watch out for that development to shake out. And then there's Newcastle United, who, again, this team kind of does pick itself these days. Jacob Murphy has become a bit of an SO5, a bit of a Sorare scouting manager, cult icon, cult hero over recent weeks. But Tonali and Bruno and Joelinton in midfield feels very formidable, very combative. And then Dubravka in that back four, I don't think they'll be scared of Man United. And I think, you know, Isak and Gordon will definitely be looking at this defence thinking, how many can we get? And let's go and get them kind of thing. Jerem, I don't know if you caught it earlier in the show, but I've seen him being linked to so many teams around Europe after his performances recently. Possibly new contract for him, says Paul Moorcroft in the chats as well. And how do I say this? Toxic RL, where is RTG Harry? RTG Harry is on the road to glory himself today, but it's not quite the road to glory you maybe know him as, but he's out and about today, and he'll be back with us on his own channel probably, maybe here later on. We've got a wee bit of GF Friday nights on the go if we can get a panel put together. Maybe you'll see Harry later on for that one. But yeah, guys, we've got over 100 of you live now across YouTube and all the platforms. We've got 2 cards to give away. We've just went through the Premier League predicted lineups powered by Predictorfy. But I've got 2 cards to give away. We're going to be giving away this Julian Vetro, still in the packet, to a random person that retweets this tweet that says live now. I can't do it on the broadcast one because the system just doesn't like that. So find this tweet at Quinny3001, like and retweet it for me. One of you guys at random will win the Julian Vetro. But one of you guys joining us here on the live chat will win a Chevican. Now, Jerem, absolute hero, Father Christmas himself, gifted me these 2 cards. He said, Quinny, I want you to keep one and I want you to give one away. I'll give away the animated one, guys, if we smash through 100 likes. We're currently on 38, so we're actually close to halfway there already. If we don't get 100 likes, then we'll give away the neon one. But the incentive is there, boys, so get in amongst it. But that was the Premier League. We also have a little bit of Serie A going on, by the way, and this might open up a nice possibility for some Champ Euro action for some of you guys out there. We've got Empoli Genoa on screen at the moment. And the Empoli team, by the way, there's so many players in this lineup that love decisives. There really is. So take your pick of your poison. Liberato Cacace, by the way, if he's going to be playing at centre-back, it might actually be Cacace season for the first time ever. He's been a guy that's flattered to deceive and promised to deliver for so long. And actually looking at his tail of the tape, he's been getting decisives. But he plays everywhere. Look at that. Cam, centre-back, left mid. I love guys like that. So watch out for Cacace. He could be a wee wild card this week. And Ismaili not signing a new contract at Empoli. He fancies he can move up the food chain in Serie A. This is a Genoa team. Patrick Vieira's Genoa. No Balotelli still. Surprise, surprise. And yeah, let's see how they go. Parma Monza. Parma team is on screen. Not many cards to be needed here, but they all seem to be playing. And then Monza team again is on screen. And I'm not too sure if there's anyone terribly interesting here. Cagliari are at home to Internazionale. Cagliari team is on screen here. I'm a big fan of the centre backs they've got here. And otherwise, I don't think they've got much going on. Gaetano could be half okay. But Inter Milan are just the bosses of Serie A right now. That defence is impenetrable. The midfield is silky smooth, and the strikers are just putting the ball in the back of the net. Never mind the bombastic fullbacks that they've got at their disposal. It really does feel like Inter Milan could list 2 different starting 11s these days and deal with the majority of these matches. So they look like full strength. They are away from home, but I don't think that would really worry them too much. Lazio Atalanta is maybe the game for the neutrals in Serie A. Team is on screen. Love to see Ravella and Isaacson playing together. I think there's going to be a bit of a stack building here with Nuno Tavares and there's a defender. And then Zaccagni has mid and forwards, I think, doesn't he? But I'm a big Tati guy, so I like the thought of a wee Lazio stack. But they're against Atalanta, who, if anyone other than Inter is going to win the Scudetto, it's going to be Gasparini's boys. And again, looking at this team, this is as full strength as probably they could go. Zappacosta, I was a big fan of in the Champions League, so I think he's maybe a bit better than Ruggeri. But that's it's much of a muchness. Otherwise, Pasalic is actually starting up front. No Retegui. So that's maybe a bit of a weakener here. Maybe that gives Lazio a bit of a hope that they can keep the scoreline down with the likes of De Ketelaere and Lookman looking to cause the problems and support a Pasalic here. Udinese are at home to Torino. And Udinese, guys, I've been telling you, that stack was good value. There's definitely some good plays to be pulled out of here. Even the backup keeper has been not too bad. And the team is very similar to what we've seen over the last couple of weeks. Tovan being the main piece of the puzzle, of course. And Torino, one of the former clubs of Ivan Juric, still don't look any better now that he's left. And the team is on screen here. No one I'm mad excited about except for the keeper. And maybe we can get Shea Adams scoring from the halfway line again. Napoli at home to Venezia. This could be one of the stacks of the game week. Juan Jesus, sadly, has taken the place over Rafa Marin, who I was hoping would get in ahead of Joan Jesus in the absence of Buongiorno. But sadly, that wasn't to be. Scott McSauce in midfield next to Lobotka and Zambo. The front three as well, back to full strength with Kvaradona back in the building. Could be a really good Napoli game. Venezia, huff and puff, but don't really get too far in Serie A. But they've got some players. They can play some ball. Wouldn't totally rule them out, but Antonio Conte's Napoli at home just feels too good. Oh, and we've had a change to the Juve team with Coop Miners back in. I benched my Coop Miners earlier on because it looked like he wasn't going to get in the team. But there we go, he's in. And yeah, Inter kind of got up the gears. I don't know if this is a derby, but I know Juve-Fiorentina is spicy. That's definitely a rivalry as such. So this will be a good game for the fans to get behind. And Fiorentina have been a handy outfit this year, so I wouldn't totally rule them out in this one. I just think, looking at the forward line here, I just don't think they're going to get past the Juve defence often enough. I think this could be a good one for Juve, maybe 1-2-0, 2-1, something like that. Milan versus Roma. This is definitely a bit of a derby, a bit of a rivalry from back when I was a kid, certainly. Looks like a very similar team to what we've seen again from Milan over recent weeks. Jimenez and Teresiano coming in as the kind of relief players to cover for the main players who are missing, but Abraham and Morata, they're definitely looking to get goals in here. Crosses in from the box. Teo out wide. Emerson and Chukwueze on the right here. Tijani Reinders. And for a big shift in midfield against this Roma team who, under Claudio Ranieri, have been kind of rejuvenated a little bit. Strong lineup, isn't it, for both teams? Tough to call how this will go. Avoid if possible. Como at home to Lecce. Como team is on screen here. Sergio Roberto coming into midfield. Good to see him back. Kempf and Bremt. Pepe Reina. Paz, of course, a few other guys. And then here's the Lecce team. Oh, Lecce are missing their wee defender guy that we like, the right back. I forgot his name. Is it Gilabert? He's missing. They've still got Dorgu, still got Falcone. And Christov up front. Rebic can't make the team yet. And then the final game in Serie A we have is Bologna versus Hellas Verona. And we've got Skorupski Ravaglia still on a 50-50. Is, tough one. And we've got a shout for challenger, Noah Runes. Maybe he's getting rested finally. But Pobega actually had a bit of promise, didn't he, previously? Ferguson's back in the building. Fruller can do a bit. Big fan of Ndoye, big fan of Orsolini, but this game just doesn't feel that exciting. Juan Miranda, by the way, been waiting for him to happen all year, haven't we? And Verona have been punchy. Verona, this Bella Haina is definitely a guy to watch out for. Maybe not at Verona, but the next club he finds himself at could be a very good SO5 player very quickly. And otherwise, not much to say beyond Kasper Tengsted and Darko Lazovic. So that's Serie A, that's the Premier League, that's Champion Euro. Quite an open game week, guys. We're 40 minutes to the deadline. There's over 120 of you here. If you are watching on YouTube, we're only on 44 likes. If we get to 100, we're going to be giving away an extra special card. We are giving away a card anyway to the YouTube live chat, but we need to get that like button smashed. In case any of you are not aware, Sorare own and control the internet. They love the content here on the channel at Quinny 3001, and they want to see you supporting the channel. So if they see you in the live chat and you don't hit that like button, your boxes are going to be full of power-ups, your captain will DNP, your goalkeeper will give away a penalty. You will get random DNPs on top. These things, I can't do anything about it, guys. The only thing you can do is smash that like button. Make sure your boxes are full of cards, full of market credits, all the good stuff, whatever it is you're after. And Miles, I'm doing very good, mate, as we fly towards the deadline. Monfrere, we've got a little bit of challenger action. I'm just going to quickly click through the championship. So eyes on screen if you're after championship team news. We've got Queen's Park Rangers team on screen here. They're away, I beg your pardon, to Norwich City, whose team is on screen here as well. I'm just going to quickly rattle through. I've had to change my own teams a few times in the build up to this game week because kind of had to wait for the games to finish last night. Oh, Ika Ugbo getting a start for Chef Wed. Didn't expect to see that. Barry Bannon still living his best life. Love that. And I think I might need to make another couple of changes because I say that Coop Miners one definitely threw me. I like the idea of having O'Reilly in a double game week as well. Mikey Johnson in a bit of form there for West Brom. But wait, Chef U, big game, big player, big scores. That's what I'm all about. Blackburn Rovers team is on screen here. Owen Beck on to start alongside Cantwell and Ohashi. Hull City team is on screen. Wow, they've got the other Joe Pedro, by the way. McBride loves this guy. I can't believe he's not been waxing lyrical. Has he not been doing well in the championship? Puerta is a good player also. Ivan Pandu, one of our favourites. He's in goals as well. Oh, and Rachi Ope is back at Hull. I thought he was in Switzerland or something. We've got Bristol City, Portsmouth on screen here. Actually, a fair amount of cards in the championship, isn't there? Nicholas Schmidt in goals for Portsmouth. Matt Ritchie, right wing. Jesus, man. Frank Lampard's Coventry City. Sakamoto is on to play. Van Uwijk is on to play. Ben Sheaf and Josh Eccles are in there as well. Not the goalkeeper that we recognise. No Louis Binks either. Millwall team is on screen here. Casper De Nor is there. No Zion Fleming, but... And who else do we have? Oxford Plymouth. Oxford team is on screen here. No cards, really. Plymouth team, Rami Hajal is in the building. Still no Connor Hazard, but it's a 70-30, so I'll probably play him just in case. But it'll be a low priority lineup. Stoke Sunderland is on screen here for you as well. Wouter Burger feels like a Sorare Andrews player, doesn't it? He's in midfield. Sunderland, Isidore, there's a NEP card. And Ali, Adil Aliyush, I always forget he's there, by the way. Ayushishi, however you say it. And Isidore's maybe a wee tiny Sunderland stack on the go here. Imagine you could get a Job in amongst it. That would be something else, wouldn't it? Swansea Luton. Swansea on screen here. Not much to say. Luton, Chong, Kaminsky, Tom Krause. A few decent guys there. Watford Cardiff. We've got the Watford team here. Rocco Vata, Vikun Bayo, and Chakvetadze is the front three of terror in the championship at the moment. Striking fear into defences up and down the league. And they're back at it again for this one. They're at home to Cardiff. Harry trades his boys. And yeah, let's hope Rocco Vat gets another decisive for me. Derby County Leeds. Derby team is on screen here. Nat Phillips and Goodman, Kenzo against Leeds United. Full team of cards here. Really strong lineup. You can see why Leeds were so well favoured for this one. Derby must be quite low in the league, but... And then to finish off the championship, we've got Middlesbrough, Burnley. Middlesbrough team is on screen here. Only really interested in the Dokester, aren't we? And then the Burnley team. Oh, Zion. Duh. Zion isn't playing for Millwall anymore. He's playing for Burnley. Of course. What an idiot. They've also got Hannibal. Josh Brownhill in the cam. Esteve. CJ Egan-Riley. There's a good SO5 team here, isn't there? That's why they've been doing so well, I think, those stacks. But yeah, love that. Wee bit of Belgium. We've got Leuven at home to Beerschot. The Leuven team is on screen. Oh, Minami is in defence. Love a bit of that. Balikwisha, the other one, playing on left wing here. Beerschot team is on screen. Ewan Henderson grabs my eye, but otherwise, nobody really of note here, is there? Anderlecht, one of the plum fixtures of the game week. Yari V is in the building alongside Dahlberg, Edozie, and Dreyer. This could pay in, actually. Really strong defence, really strong team from front to back for the Anderlechters. Anderlickers, I might call them. Here's the Dender team. Harry's boy, Cools. Maybe not going to be a good day for him. Nathan Rhodes, whatever. And Ferraro making up for the Harry Trades contingent here. And St. Truden, everyone's favourite J-League outpost. And they've got all the boys in. They've got Kukubo, they've got Fujita, they've got Ryotaro Ito. Ogawa. Bertocchini back in as well. Cercle Bruges on screen here for you as well. And then we get to Portugal to finish up. We've got Porto at home at Boa Vista. Porto team is on screen. Fabi V, Pepe, and Rodrigo Moura in support of Samu, Estacio, and Nico Otavio. Wow, there's just so many SO5 scorers here, isn't there? Porto are in a really good shape right now. And then we've got Lisbon on Lisbon. We've got Sporting against Benfica. This is a Sporting team. Played 4-3-3. Feels sacrilegious in the Sorare community, doesn't it? Not to see it as a 3-5-2. And, Joaquin Calves, under 800 players in D2 Challenger. Almost 20% of normal. Interesting. But yeah, this is the Sporting team on screen here. It doesn't feel it's going to be a good defensive play for them. And, how good can they do in attack? It does look like Arunes is here, but we had in the chat saying, don't play Arunes, he's dodgy. Otherwise, the team has been full strength for the last couple of weeks, and there's not much else to discuss. Jan Nicholas Beste is maybe on his way to, is it the Premier League? Who's it that wanted him again? And there's somebody else, Antonio Silva, the centre-back, has been linked to Juventus quite strongly. He's not in the fold here either. I think that's all we've got for Challenger. Challenger's quite open, by the way. If you have a stack, this is going to be a composite team. You're going to need a defender from here, a striker from there, and a bit of luck to forge a team and put it together there. We then move on to Contender, and what do we have? SPFL and Serie B. Now, I think there's only one place to start here, and it is with the Hoops, of course. Very convincing 4-0 victory against Motherwell the other day. And McBride, I think, has done his best here to probably lay out the team as I kind of see it. But I do think that, so the way that Brendan Rodgers has probably been working the team is to prime them for the next match after this, which is Rangers on Thursday. So big derby game. There's always a derby on New Year-ish, Bessie to Palace, is it? Thanks very much for catching that, Mikey. And so I do think that there'll be, so we're kind of in this weird position where it's like 3 days away to the Rangers game. So does he start the best 11 in this game and then sub some of them out? Or does he highly rotate and keep the team kind of fresh for the Rangers game in a few days? And I'm somewhere in between when we look at the Motherwell squad that went out and the team that we've seen last weekend, where we've seen like the likes of Welsh playing. Ralston started 2 games in a row, etc. I do think that Johnson does come back in from the cold to play this game. High probability he doesn't get the 90 minutes. I do think that Vickers and Trusty is much more of a 50-50 thing. I don't see, I would not be one iota surprised if Vickers isn't called upon to play Thursday, Sunday, like he would be for this game, off the back of having another Thursday fixture later down the road. I don't think Scales is getting dropped ever now. I think Scales is nailed in at this point. He's very much risen above the competition of Trusty, I think, at this stage. So for me, the defense, the nail, and again, I think Scales is only nailed on one, but it could be Vickers Trusty really at the end of the day. And I do think Taylor Valle is a bit of a 50-50. Taylor gets subbed off in the last game. Again, I could see that happening. But the thing you need to think about when you're predicting the Celtic team is who would the subs be and who will be wrapped in cotton wool when the game is kind of sewn up in preparation for the Rangers game. And I think that's the decisions that we get up front. So I think Kuhn will start this game, come off about 60, 70 minutes, depending on how the game goes. Maeda played 90. I don't think that'll happen twice. I think he'll come off at some point, but I think he'll start. Which then means between Kyogo and Ida, I think that's a real coin toss, because I think Furuhashi could come off the bench to play with Ida a bit better than, and Ida, Ida's been trying to break into the team, and yeah, he started the last game. Kyogo normally starts every match or whatever, but Kyogo's been on such bad form. I wouldn't be surprised if Ida was favoured to get more starts, to have his time to shine, not just one game, but get a couple of games under your belt, pal, and see how you can really move the team on. So the Celtic lineup, I think Dyson is nailed. I think Engels and Tate are nailed. Tate didn't start the last game. There's no way he doesn't start 2 games in a row alongside McGregor. Casper's obviously nailed. And yeah, the defence is a bit of a pick and mix. I'm playing Alistair Johnson everywhere. I'm not really playing any Anthony Ralston's. I'm also playing Taylor quite strongly. I do have Valle in a hedge squad, as well as Carter Vickers has also made a hedge squad for me. And yeah, I think that's going to be the way it goes. St Johnstone have got a new manager, and they've been kind of mixing up their styles of play. A bit of a diamond, wee bit of 4-4-2. And I think this will be off the ball, like a 4-6. I don't think there's going to be much wide action. I think they're going to be narrow, deep, and narrow, which should give us a lot of license to really knit the play together the way we want. I think that lends itself to Taylor starting because he'll come inside quite comfortably. I think this lends itself to Tate and Engels starting, but you can see the likes of McCowan and Bernardo come in later. And again, like the subs that we've spoke about already. So I think this will be a great game for Celtic. And I think there's not too many nailed on ones, but part of this is you should probably have a good feel of who could come off the bench in some of the other positions at the very least. Then you can kind of work around that with the multi-entry system that we have here. Number one defender for Celtic for me is Scales, but that's just, yeah. So AJ was like, for the game last weekend, Brendan said if he didn't play against whoever it was, Ross County or Dundee or whatever, if he didn't play that game, then he would play against Motherwell, which he didn't. And I've got a feeling that they probably looked at it and thought, rather than bringing Johnson in for Motherwell, dropping him for St Johnstone, bringing him back in for Rangers, let's just leave Ralston in, and then we can get Johnson 60 to 70 against St Johnstone, and then he can start in the derby match. Away to Ibrox is a big factor in this as well, because it is away, and I think he will want Scales to play away at Ibrox. I think he wants Taylor to play away at Ibrox. And in terms of the midfield, I think he wants Engels to play away at Ibrox. I think he'd rather have Engels in there than Bernardo for this game. And Hatate feels like he's been primed back in as well. So that's kind of my thoughts and feelings and my takes. You'll see my teams as well. But yeah, I've kind of covered all that. And Arun is, just confirmation on that. He is very unlikely to feature. Borderline confirmed. So yeah, watch out for that. Hibs are at home at Kelly. This is the Hibs team on screen here. Nothing too exciting to talk about. Cadden's on the wings, both the brothers. And Kilmarnock got a pretty good game the other day there. Good results there, maybe bouncing back, getting their season up and going. Scaldini for life. What is the best way to build a budget lineup? Clubs, that is a great question. I've actually got a lot of content I've made on the channel over the last couple of weeks talking on that. I can go into that with more detail with you once we get past the deadline. But at the moment, time is of the essence. So I'll come back to you, clubs, on that one. But there's more than one way to skin the cat. And it really depends on how you're going to play the game, not just immediately, but beyond that. You need to kind of marry up both things here. And my comment highlighter is kind of on the fritz. Sorry, guys. But yeah, there's more than one way to skin the cat. And you need to kind of think about immediate and long-term play style that you fancy you'll try. You know, you can't guarantee things, of course. Things will change, but there you go. Motherwell, who weren't actually that bad against Rangers, to be honest with you. Tony put in a good shift, by the way, and Tony got a chance. Tony was one-on-one with Vickers, and he just wasn't going to get by him, was he? And it's good to see Tony getting back into the team here at Motherwell, because that's where Tony kind of got his recent kind of, resurgence in his career. He was top goal scorer in the league halfway through the season at Motherwell, up front with Van Veen, before getting that big wage packet at Dundee United, and then his career's kind of stalled over the last couple. But back in with Motherwell, back in starting, and against Rangers, like Lennon Miller, Halliday starts as well. You just feel like maybe Motherwell at home could just pile on a bit of pressure here onto Rangers. This is how they look to play in this game. Pretty much a copy and paste lineup for them over the last couple of matches. They're really trying to establish a rhythm in a play style, so there probably isn't many expected rotations from them. But good one for Lennon Miller. Hopefully a good one for Action Oxborough for me. And we're all cheering on Tony in this one, of course, to go and get another goal for Motherwell this season. Ross County are at home to Hearts. And I went and bought a Jack Hamilton for 20 quid to play him. And then they've dropped him for this other guy who doesn't have a card, as far as I can tell. So that's fun. Love it when that happens. Ronan Hale up front. Jordan White up front. Fine. Hearts team is on screen here. Pretty strong looking, isn't it? I think someone did mention Vargas in the chat. So let us know if I missed that. It might have been the China Vargas, but I'm pretty sure Vargas was in the chat before. So let me know what your thoughts and feelings are. And Tony, he's spinning all the plates now, isn't he? Trading, playing football, playing this. So loving it. St Mirren, who got that lovely victory against Rangers last night. This is their team on screen here, looking as strong as ever against Dundee, who were actually pretty miserable in the last match. Trevor Carson surely gets dropped, and they bring McCracken back in, you've got to think. And this wee Ryan Astley, who I won, by the way, is a little cheat code defender. I love him. Simon Murray plays this one. Lyle Cameron plays this one as well. So yeah, quite an open week in Scotland. Last game is Dundee United against Aberdeen. Dundee United team is on screen here for you. And again, they weren't terrible against Celtic themselves, and they'll fancy they can give Aberdeen a good game. Looks like Leighton Clarkson is firmly back in the best 11 here. And yeah, all good for him. Mitov is back from fitness, back from injury as well. So if he held through that pain, Vargas should be nowhere near starting. Liam King telling us the Hearts insight. Love it. But yeah, if you held on to that Mitov, he's now back. And I wish I picked one up when he was injured because he got kind of cheap enough, didn't he? We then move into Serie B, and I think I'll just click through this because I don't know who has cards and who doesn't. And we've seen some surprise boss players come out of this division recently. So Cremonese, Brescia. I'm just going to click through them, guys. So if you have any Serie B players, eyes on screen now to see if they've made it in. Salvatore Esposito, the cheat codes, of course, for Spezia. And Sidney van Hooijdonk in Serie B. I missed that transfer. Jonathan Klinsmann. No way. No way he's a starting goalkeeper. No way. How does he score? Oh, abysmal. Abysmal scores. They do get humped, don't they? Fair play to him. At least he's got a gig somewhere. Reggiana, beg your pardon. Bardane goals here. Modena Südtirol. Pedro Mendes up front, former Sporting Lisbon player. Sassuolo. Berardi let us down, didn't he, the other day? I think he had too much Christmas dinner. Team looks pretty strong, but they're at home, so it could be a time for Berardi to put a show on. And this one's Salernitana with Amatucci in midfield. Jaden Braff up front as well. Nice back three in the defender you can stack. Palermo away. Team is on screen here. Nobody really jumps out on that team sheet, does it? Oh, we've already done Salernitana, I beg your pardon. Frosinone, I thought they had someone, but they don't. And then Sampdoria are at home to Pisa. Sampdoria, mainly Mullenstein's outfit. And Pisa. Lovely. So guys, that's us went through all the predicted lineups as powered by Predictify. Please do sign up to Predictify and use code Quinny Harry on checkout. Supports me and Harry Trades and the deadline show here. We're 20 minutes to the deadline. We've got 2 cards to give away. I'm going to give away this Julian Vetro to one person that hits the retweet button on this live now tweet we've got. If you could also just like and retweet the actual broadcast, I would be quite thankful for that, just in general. So thank you if you do that. But someone that retweets this one of these at random will be selected to win the Julian Vetro. Still in the packet as well, so you'll have the fun of opening it for you. And we're currently at 55 likes, so there's plenty of these here. We could smash 100 likes. If we get to 100, we'll give away the animated Chevican here. If we don't get to 100, we'll do a pop quiz in the live stream, and we'll give away the neon Chevican. Does anyone know why I got suspended? I'm sorry, Leon. You will need to contact customer services, mate. I'm sorry. But yeah, it's normally around multi-account and stuff. You need to watch out for that. So if we have a look. Oh, so guys, tonight we should have a GF Friday night on the go, first and foremost. But I've hung on to... I was going to say I've hung on to a podium here, but it doesn't look like I have. Oh, no. Sorry. I was on the wrong button. I was like, why does it, where's my podiums? where's my card? There we go. We've got a nice tier 2 card to pick up. We've got $50 of cash, and we've got 8 boxes on top of the 11 boxes I've already got. So I'll probably keep the boxes a little bit longer. I did say we'd do a new year opening. And as I open up, Hogmanay is Tuesday. So the boxes, I'll wait for box openings until after this game week, and then we'll tear through them. But I'll have a nice card to open tonight, and we should do quite well. And the Celtic roulette did screw a lot of teams for me and not for me. And we managed to just squeeze out with a few bits and bobs, but a few 4-man lineups came kind of close. We didn't get relegated anywhere near as I feared, which was nice. But yeah, 26th with a DNP, Division 3 becoming Division 2. I count that as a win. No D1s relegated. That's fine. The D2 did nothing, sadly, because of Oxborough. And then the limited guys, the hedges, these little hedge plays that I've been building and started to do some stuff. We've picked up some boxes. No cash, sadly. We didn't quite smash hard enough, but we definitely had the minerals here to maybe do a bit better across all the limiteds, but some more limited boxes to help me get some stuff to give away to the FC Barcelona members. So yeah, let's have a look at the actual game week. We're 17 minutes away from, guys. I've got a best of Europe team to field. I've also went for the... now this is actually a tough one because I actually don't mind Christie away to Fulham. I think he could do okay. His AA has been super solid, and if he can get a decisive, which a game like this will maybe have a fair few decisives going around in it, Christie can be a peaker. a real peaker. Aston Villa, one game against Brighton. Super John McGinn is kind of back, isn't he? But he's maybe not got that same AA profile that Christie has. And Brighton, I don't know, that's a tough one. But we have Coop Miners waiting in the wings, essentially. Now back on to start, having dropped him. I've not called upon some of the other guys as well. Santi Bueno, by the way, maybe Santi Bueno is becoming usable again. But yeah, let me know what you would do. McGinn, Christie, Coop. Who is the two you would take? Let me know, guys. We'll maybe revisit this. Let me know. Thoughts and feelings. I like Coop at home. It's a good game for Juve, isn't it? How are they playing Fiorentina? Yeah. Feels like a game they could get a penalty in or something. We're then going with a class. I'm going D1 in Champion because I just think, fuck it, why not? We get Tati up front. We've got Matoma on the double game week, which maybe I want to play O'Reilly in that spot because I think O'Reilly is maybe just a wee bit more peaky power. Matoma does have AA at the moment. It's just not been getting those decisives. So maybe I'm being a wee bit premature on that one. Because, yeah, O'Reilly hasn't really been in the fold, so it's kind of hard to pick him over Matoma, isn't it? So, yeah, maybe just leave that as it is. But we've still got Guedes unselected. We've got Soler unselected. Angelino's. And I don't think Szoboszlai will play. And we've went with Guardiola over Robbo, which I think against Leicester is just a kind of safer pick, isn't it? And then for the Celtic lineup's top team, I'm going double mid. We're playing Scales Classic, double mid, Engels and Hatate with Kuhn up front. We then get two Division 2s right behind it here. So I'm going with double fullback and one. We're going with the AJ. We're going with the Taylor with Hatate and Dyson holding the fort. And then for the other one, we're playing Trusty. And then a classic AJ, Ida up top. Could have went with Kyogo here, but I just thought we'll play Ida on this one with McGrath in midfield. Soba suspended, is he? Yeah, I didn't see him in the projections, so I just thought I would ignore him anyway. Captain Cunha. Yeah, you know the answer, Jack. Captain Cunha. Eze has load management on his projections, so even if he does start, 90 minutes are not happening. And if the AA hasn't happened or the decisive hasn't happened, by the time he gets subbed off, you're dead in the water. Whereas Cunha is like a 90-minute guy, never mind the form and the AA profile he gives. So these are my three main in-season teams. I want to get the D2s into D1 big time. So I'm playing 3 D1s against Rangers because that team should be quite easy to predict. And we want to be locked and loaded, fully fit and firing for that one. And yeah, we're going double Johnson, I suppose, looking at it bird's eye view. And I'm happy to roll with that again, despite it killing me the last couple of game weeks. In Classic, I'm going Scales and AJ, McGregor in midfield with Berardi up front. Feels pretty good. I'm taking a chance on the McCracken starting here, but that's overplaying Oxborough, who's playing Rangers. So, actually, I don't know. Should I go with Oxborough, who will play against them, or go with McCracken, who's 50-50? Away at St Mirren. That's a tough one. We then get into the limited kind of hedge lineup. So this is my Valley hedge squad. So I'll play a Valley single defender, as well as just some safer picks, outfield alongside that. And then I've got a Carter Vickers hedge squad, which also does bring Ralston into it. So it's almost a Vickers-Ralston hedge, isn't it? And then I've went with the Captain Schmeichel team, taking no risks, really. I know McKeown is a risk, but he's not a risk that he'll come off the bench and do something. Hatate as a forward card feels a wee bit cheat codey and can maybe help out a little bit. But this is the main function I want these limited teams to kind of serve, is getting all my dregs out, but also maybe if they're not totally dregs, they can hedge what I've got going on up here. So I quite like how I've done that. There's maybe, if I had a little bit more time on my side, a little bit of finessing, you could maybe try and do with this, because I just don't like the fact that Ralston and Vickers are in here as a double hedge. Maybe there's a space for someone else somewhere else. But McCracken and Oxborough, I think, is a tough one. And yeah, not Szoboszlai, McGinn, Christie, and Coop Miners are my main dilemmas. But otherwise, this is how I'll be fielding them out. I've got no 4-man effort selected yet. So I'm going to pick my 4-man effort in Cap 240 rather than the Frozen Passer. The Frozen Passer does look pretty good. If we look at Cap 240, I'm only going to look at Rare. We've got 1 star. We've got tier 1s for the top 4. And for Frozen Passer, it's the same. So I don't know if there's a preference on this one from Sorare, what card pool will be better. But I'm going for Cap 240 because the goalkeeper I'm going to have going out in this game is going to be Connor Hazard on an L15 as 0. So he then means I can just pick my best of the best elsewhere. Which, Ominami? Ominami could be fun, but he's not been doing well in Belgium, has he? Yeah, AA has been minimal. Decisives haven't been coming his way either. So I'll go with Robbo. Then in midfield, we can play AO. Then we then get Dokester up front. Yeah. And then I can play that last super rare mid, whoever we don't want to use in the big team. Or we could play double game week O'Reilly, or we could play Guedes, or we could play Vata. Ooh, double game week O'Reilly feels fun. Guedes feels safe. Vata feels kind of safe. Vata's on some form now, isn't he? Fair play to him. I did not see that happening at all in the championship. And who was the other option? Oh, yeah, super rare. I think I'm going to take Guedes. I think Guedes is the safest for a decisive. Tottenham game will really favour him, I think. AO has got monster AA, no real decisives at the moment. He has away. Maybe we drop AO for... I'm going to captain AO. We'll go with that. Now, the super rare mid, I do want to work this out, right? I definitely want Coop Miners in the team. Because Coop... how many minutes did they get against Newcastle? 80. Yeah. I think I'm going to swap McGinn for Coop. Yeah. Feels good. I wouldn't put McGinn into this team. I've only got Tate as a forward option. No depth there at all. And then the special cap thing. Would I put McGinn in here? I'd maybe put McGinn in here over Tanaka, by the way. I think McGinn's got a wee bit more decisive capabilities about him. I like the thought of playing O'Reilly. I really do. I don't mind playing Vata. I'm just going to stick with Tanaka. It's a 4-man team. Don't overthink it. Need to get training lineups done. And then, guys, we'll do giveaways for cards and all that good stuff. You have enough for a 4-man super rare. Ooh, great catch. Great shout. Where will we play it? In 240, maybe? By the way. Oh, by the way. I don't have a low division champ effort. The frozen passer thing might be cheat code. 189 entrants, cap 240, 332. Champion D2s. Yeah, let's go for a D2. See if we how many people are in D2. 83. Oh, I wish we were in D3. Let's try it. Let's go for it. Angelino against Milan. McGinn. Tate against Atalanta. And then 5th man is going to be Bueno, isn't it? Or Kamada. Kamada come off the bench against Southampton. Or Bueno to do well against Tottenham. I'm going to take Kamada off the bench. And then I think we captain Angelino on form. BR4, by the way. Great shout. I hope I pull a box out of that. Thank you very much, mate. Great shout. Love the insight. Love the intel. Love the consideration. Love that, guys. Right, we need to do some training lineups. We've got 9 minutes to the deadline. And then I'll be able to circle back and do the giveaway stuff that we've not touched on yet. Awesome. Let me know what you guys are chasing, what you're prioritizing. There's lots going on this game week where, guys, we're at 58 likes. We need to at least get to 88 or Sorare are going to go nuts. And Sorare have got some great... Oh, guys, no, I've got Angus Gunn. Oh, crap. We've got Angus Gunn. So we can play that in Frozen Passer. Do I want any of these guys? No. If I got a 4-man rare team, I do. Ooh, I'm going to leave that, right? But what we'll do is we'll go into Frozen Passer Unlimited and we'll try and win you guys something. We'll play Gun. We could play Vickers just for the hedge. We've got Ominami. We've got Angelino. Shit, guys, we're definitely going to run out of time here, aren't we? I think I'm going to go with security. I'm going to, or maybe Ominami against Beer Shot. I'm going to go Ominami. Vata. I think we need to take Mikey Johnson up front. And then could we play double game week O'Reilly here? Yeah. Let's do it. Double game week O'Reilly in here. Oh, we've got Sorare as well. Nah, double game week O'Reilly, this one. And let's captain the big man. Let's bring him back to action. See if I had a Celtic defender I could play in here, I would probably do it just for the bants, to have it proper collection style. But no, I don't think I could risk a Carter Vickers in this. Let's just go with Ominami. Europe either. McGinn is solid. Rewards are out at 7 o'clock tonight, unless they update it and bring them forward like they did the last couple. Best of Europe. Let's have a quick click at this. Who's the goalkeeper I really fancied? Raya's probably a good shout. I'm going to do this last. I'm going to do my training first. Training is more important to me right now. Need that XP, boy. Need to get that XP in. So Laidlaw. I've already played one Vickers. Fix. Nkunku. Yang. I'll probably play that Quatra. He's in season. Try and get him leveled up. Goes back to River to play with my Celtic team soon. Rumours have him returning to them on the 3rd of January. So Quatra should be plugged in and ready to go. Down to level 19 and no game this week. Who do we want getting that XP? Oh, it's actually quite a tough one. What I'm going to do is hit the in-season filter, because that's probably priority at the moment. And let's go Bomb, Shaq, Hornby, Wanzek. There we go. I think I might just put that in-season filter on. Do you have to play players in a match? No. So they get 75p, 75 XP is standard in training. Really? And then in-season tab, Arambaru, Sergio, Diego, Sucic. I'm using one trusty, Rico Man. Yeah, get the training done, guys. Get the training done. Who is on level 19 rare? Killison, Van der Ver, Lasseneur. Let's get him in. Lasseneur. I'm going to go with Gasarowski, Pepelu, Duro, not Broholm, not James, maybe Baron Ashea or Gross. Let's put Gross in. I think Trusty plays this game. I've got Trusty in over Carter Vickers. Is the way I've went for it. Let's do a super rare team. Dimitrovic, my new boy. Put Bueno in there to jack up the XP a bit. And then who do we want getting that precious XP? Laurenti, I can't believe he's not on top level yet, by the way. That's Laren as well. And yeah, maybe let's just put Lionheart in so we've got all the 3 in-season boys there. Maybe drop CCV, sub him for scales. The centre-backs are so tough, mate. I think you need to kind of make your own mind up on what you think the manager will do between the 3 of them. I can't see Vickers playing Thursday, Sunday, personally, which is the next, he played Thursday, Sunday, and then next Thursday is against Rangers. I don't see him being able to do that, or I don't see them pushing him to do that. Maybe a better way of putting it. Mandanda, Killison, let's take Killison. Gutierrez, we want him up. Yanghel, sure. Shiganikov. Let's get the Girona lads into here. And then where's R now? Boom. 3 minutes to the deadline, guys. I think we're going to make it. I think that's 5 training teams set. Or is it 6? It's 6. Lovely. 2 super rares, 4 in-season rares-ish, essentially. Can I maybe drop? No, let's keep Yang in there because he'll help with some XP, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, we're done. Awesome. Best of Europe we've got. Thank you very much, Hamad, for the warning. Love that, mate. Thanks a lot. Magic. Best of Europe, right? Who is the best goalkeeper this game week? Who is going to be numero uno? Who's got the best game? Who's not going to concede goals? Who's going to bring in a bit of all around on top as well? I don't mind Ortega Moreno, by the way. Oh, no. I know who we want. Should have picked him last week and we didn't. Oh! Premier League only, so no Sommer. That's got to be Raya then. In defence, I like the look of Housen popping up high here. Mazraoui, if he had a better game, I'd maybe like him. I'm maybe going to go Guardiola, which is a bit lazy, but yeah, I'm going to go Guardiola. In midfield, ooh, I like Enzo. I like MGW. I like Bruno. I think MGW might be the move here. Away to Everton should be good all around for him. All around's not been mad, has it? I think they're going to get a lot of set pieces. So let's take Elliot Anderson. We've got 1 minute to go. Cole Palmer will be striker 1. And 5th man, I want to take Salah, but we're probably not looking at him. We're probably looking at... I'm going to take Philly Foden. Thanks for all the shouts, guys. Cheers very much, Jay, for the insight. Love that on the AO Tanaka. So we've got 22 lineups done. We've got 7, 8, 9 seconds left to the deadline. We're in the deadline now. We've got them all secured. Buzzing, guys. Buzzing. So we've got a few good lineups out. We've got 1 or 2 for you and plenty for me. So we've got this 4-man effort. Let's see what happens there. But this guy, the frozen passer. Let's hope this does well. I'm looking forward to seeing Ominami back in action for FC Barcelona. Beg your pardon. Super rare stuff is kind of fun. Champ is kind of fun. And then, yeah, stuck to my guns with the Celtic stuff. No last-minute swaps. I'm fairly confident with all my lineups that I've went with here. I am nervous on the defence, of course, but, you know, go big or go home kind of situation, isn't it? And, yeah, the McCracken one is going to eat me up until the lineups come out, but I cannot see Trevor Carson starting in our game after how bad he done. And, yeah, Captain Schmeichel team looks good. The Valley hedge, the CCV hedge looks good. And then depth chart, the last team I could field with possible starters. So, you guys, buzzing for it. Now, we've got 2 cards to give away. We've got 1 to give away to you guys in the live chat. Now, how many likes are we on? We're on 62. Guys, we need to get to at least 67, the first magic number, before we can even get to 88. So, we've got a card to give away. I need 5 more likes, but, guys, we need to get to 67. Once we get to 5 more likes, we're going to do it now. We're going to give away to one of you guys in the live chat a Chevican. It's going to be the Neon Chevican because we've not hit the 100 like goal, and there's plenty of you here to do it. So let's wait for... Oh, we're at 67. I was going to say, let's wait for those extra likes to come in. Now, guys, we're going to be live later tonight as well. I'll have a card opening. We'll have a wee... Hopefully, I can get a panel together. We'll have a wee bit of GF Friday night on the go before we get into this weekend game week. Okie doke. But what is the question I want to throw to you guys? Hopefully, it's something pop quizzy style that if you were here throughout the show, you would have the answer to. That's always what I like to do. Okay, I've got an easy one. All right, let's say easy, but it's gettable. Let's see. Let me just go make sure I've got the right answer on my page. If I can fricking find it. There we go. Awesome. Right, guys. And don't forget Club's question from earlier, of course. What's the best way to start on a budget? We'll tackle that real quickly at the end, of course. Okay, cool. Right. It's fastest finger first, right? And all I want is a name. Surname only. Correct spelling. Don't care about capital letters or inflections, any wee funny things that go on people's names. But I do need the correct spelling. Surname only. Okay. I finished third this game week in Contender Classic Division 1. Who was my captain? Who was my captain in the team that got me on the podium? Boom. First correct answer, and we'll give away the Honor Up Shevakan. Answers are flying in. Love to see it. Keep them coming. Keep them coming. Someone has said, Raskin, I think you might be getting blocked. I kid. Esposito, I wish. Trusty Hatate Yang. Lots of Yang shouts, by the way. No, Yang was not the captain of the podium team. It was Captain Calmac, of course, McGregor on an 88 pointer before XP, before captains. No decisive either. The first correct Callum McGregor I got on the YouTube live chat was from Graham. Congratulations, Graham. Let me check on this wee thing here. Yeah, you're actually first on both systems, mate. Got the correct spelling, got the capitals in the right place and everything, mate. So well done to you. Graham, you've won cards on this channel a few times. I don't know how to find you. And we've got one more winner to randomly give away. Graham, and what are your numbers again? 1983. There you are, my man. And we're going to pull that one out now. Chevikan. Boom. Boom. I should be with you now, buddy. Oh, I need to put in my authenticator. 2 seconds. Good luck to everyone this game week. If I haven't said that already, sorry, guys. I hope you have a good one. I hope there's less Celtic pain for you guys that are joining me in the stack attack effort. And we get enough 5-man efforts out there where at least we can get, like I did, at least one card on a podium, one thing getting into the realms of winning a card and all the rest of it. Retweet picker. Let's get that loaded up. And we'll give away the in-packet limited Vetro. Oh, crap. It's retweet picker. There we go. Oh, that's the wrong one. Goodbye. There we go. It's this one now. Awesome. So this is the one we're after. How many entries did we get on the tweet? We got up to 21 entries. So thanks to everyone that supported the broadcast over on Twitter. It really does mean a lot to me. Helps us get the show out to more people. The more people that come to the show, the bigger the channel gets, the more intel we get in the live chat as well. A lot of you guys helping us out with the Arunez miss on this week, as well as a few other bits and pieces. We don't care about a picture or anything. Let's load the tweet. And we've got it there. Love it, guys. Tweet count, any. Age account, any. Don't care about all that stuff. Just want you to support the tweet, which you've all done. T's and C's and all that caper is here for anyone who wants to read it. 0 entries loaded. Why? Why is nobody in that one? Why? Why didn't that work? No entries loaded, guys. That is going to be a ball buster for us here. It's doing it again, even though we've got it on this. Copy link. It really should work. There's no reason it shouldn't. I'm not going to click in these buttons, see if it makes a difference. None. Gutted. Right, okay. How do we work this out then? Because when we've done it on the broadcast stream, it's not worked before. Let's see if we can try it, see if it loads. Might need to find on our website. Let's try the broadcast setting. Picture, any. Let's see what you've done with this. Yeah, 0. Right, I'm going to try another website because we have had this work before. Comment picker. Is it this one maybe? This is the YouTube looking one. Link to tweet. Okay, let's try this one. So this should work. Copy link. There we go. Link to tweet. Bang. Number of followers. Don't care about any of this. You need to log. Oh, I hate when it does this. Sorry, guys. Bear with me. Un momento. Right, there we go. I think we've got it. Boom. There we go. We're all here, guys. Ready to rock and roll. Thanks to everyone that supported this show today. Thanks to everyone that supported the tweets and all the rest of it. Love it, guys. Love it. And I hope it's a good weekend for you. There's a bunch of you that don't care about this giveaways have left already, so that's fine. But good luck to everyone this game week. And I look forward to catching you later tonight for a wee card opening, a wee bit of GF Friday night back in town. And it's Club Z28. Well done to you, mate. Bang, getting involved in the live chat. Getting involved. Love that. First time on the show. And you've won a card, mate. Congratulations. So I'm just going to reach out to you on Twitter, mate. I need you to... just respond to me on Twitter now, mate, and we'll get that card sent over to you at our earliest convenience. Or earliest, yeah, as soon as you get back to me and stuff, I'll send it over to you. So yeah, we'll be live back later tonight. Now, Clubs actually had asked us something on this stream earlier today, and he said, what would you recommend for anyone on a budget, Quinny? Now, there's only about 75 of these here or so I don't think everyone who's here... Oh, Laird is going to be live at 5. Love that on a Friday, just after I've detoxed. I need to unload the car. I've just came back from Christmas vacay, as it were. But let me have a peek, right? Because I've actually just dropped a lot of content that would help you out for this in general anyway. What one was I thinking about? I'm not sure I have an explicit video. I did have one. I know I did, where I was talking about winning on a budget. So Clubs, I would recommend, let me have a wee, where is it? I would recommend any of the Zero to Hero videos, okay? Now, if you check out the last one that went out, hunting the target for the Christmas special, you'll kind of see how that gallery works in general, okay? But see, when anyone's starting out on Sorare on a budget at the moment, I was rather keen as well for anyone in that position to check out this video here, my collection strategy video, because like what I like with these videos is it hopefully shows you what a gallery could or should look like. I'm in my 5th season, you know, once you've got further down the road. And it's kind of what I was mentioning to Clubs earlier in the chat. Elon is at it. Sorry, I just get caught up in the chat there. Sorry, Harry does have a great Road to Glory as well, and it is up to date. There's new episodes every week. My Zero to Hero is like the same thing as a Road to Glory, but it's not really going anywhere. It's just playing on a budget. So we're always looking at the specialist competitions and trying to like, how can we attack this somehow with the good cheap cards we've got? Can we get another really good cheap card for under a tenner to get this team up and running? But what I like about this video is if you take yourself out of that immediate term part of Sorare and you think, right, well, what can I do in my immediate term strategy that will also look after me next season, and the season after, and the season after? So you need to kind of, when you're starting on Sorare, no matter what your budget, you need to the best of your ability, think about maximizing what you're doing right now, where you can get a team out, you can win stuff today, but it's not so short term that after this run of fixtures, next season, if the guy transfers, if someone comes back from injury, your strategy's toast, that it's not as effective. And, you know, if you're new, it's hard to forecast the future, which is why channels like mine and Harry's are very, very good. And Sorare Data, I would add, and the Penfez, and lots of fantastic channels in the community where you can see, like, well, once you extrapolate this out a few game weeks down the road, a few months down the road, a few seasons down the road, what are the things I want to make sure that I am locking into my gallery, into my strategy? And so I would recommend for anyone that's starting out on a budget, Jack Aaron here, I've only done Sorare Rivals and I want to start doing Sorare Pro, but kind of want to not put in a lot, if that makes sense. So yeah, Jack, like for you and for clubs, 1000%, jump onto the channel and find the Zero to Hero playlist. I'll pop it on screen here for you so you can see the videos that we've got here. But these are all attacking. So what I've did with this series is I've started off with like a small budget and we're buying good guys that are cheap, you know, so we're trying to build the best budget strategy we possibly can. And then it took on a few different forms. But what we've kind of nestled into over the last month or two is now every week we just look at the specials and go, right, is there a cheat code L15 zero card out there? Is there a guy for £2 that has got the best fixture of the weekend? And that's what this series is all about. So if you're playing on a budget, if you're just starting out brand new, this is a great place to start. It's not the only place to start, but I highly recommend it. The videos are shorter than a lot of the other stuff that's on the channel. So like 7 minutes, 15 minutes, you know, quite digestible. And although a lot of these special weeklies are behind us, you'll see some of the market strategy, some of the talent ID, some of the card ID stuff that we go into on that series. So Zero to Hero is a full playlist. You can just binge through it at your leisure. Watch out for the latest episodes when they come out. And for anyone that isn't that, I'm on a budget, I'm just coming out with Sorare Rivals, or I want to play pro, but I don't want to break the bank. I think the Zero to Hero series is a fantastic place to go, if I don't say so myself, as well as like generally a lot of the videos I've been bringing out. I try my best with all the videos to make sure that they help new people as well as experienced people. It might look like a video for an experienced person, but there'll be something in it for new people. And it might look like a video for new people, but I promise you there'll be something for experienced people in there as well. So I put like £10 over Christmas because of the magic. But hopefully as well, Jake, if you've managed to do that, excuse the expression, in a clever way, then you've got guys you would use anyway in that kind of vein of like, it's not just for this weekend, but maybe throughout the rest of the season, there are cards you could call upon more than once or twice as the year pans out. So yeah, we need to get the Vetro given away. Also won that Dimitrovic. I was so buzzing with that, by the way. A playing in-season goalkeeper. So I might have a wee bit of in-season super rare action on the go. Wee bit of a Christmas present from Sorare to me. I kind of thought of it as an end. I got my top target on the special weekly. The last one we had, the Christmas target, I got $100 credit. Got this AJ for as cheap as you're going to get an AJ. And when he came out the packet, animated. So I really do want, he's killed me the last 2 game weeks, but I really need him back in. And I think he will be back in as well. So yeah. Oh, Graham. Will he be good in Argentina? But Zella Ryan is one of the cult heroes at FC Barcelona. Oh, by the way, what number did I have? Was it number 1 or number 10? But I had a special one in this season. Oh, I really miss Zella. Will he do good in Argentina? But I don't know. Some guys go back to Argentina and they're not as good as they were in MLS and stuff. He's not got an in-season version either. It's maybe not something I'm needing to run after, but great intel, Graham, by the way. Love that. Love Zella Ryan. And if he's leaving the land of red X's and returning, the unique would be fun to own, wouldn't it? Quite like that version of the card. Kind of less seen, isn't it? Because I think he left quite quickly after that season came out. But it's all about that one for me. That's peak Zella Ryan, big head. Kepa has been brilliant. Is there any divisions I should focus on, or does it not matter? Now, the first thing to focus on, clubs. Oh, where was it? I 1000% spoke about this. Where was it? Where the first thing you should do, it might have been on that collection video, right? But if you're talking about focus, clubs, the first thing to focus on is the stuff you know the most about. Fact. Yeah, oh, no. I've got a short. Guys. That's right. So, guys, see the video you're asking about? It's this short. I've actually got a full video. It's not out yet. That'll be recorded and coming out if I started Sorare today. So this short, let me just put it out there now. On YouTube, okay? Let me just put this out just now, okay? And what to do is watch this, right? Now, if you've been playing rivals already, like Jake, you're maybe a wee bit ahead of this. But in terms of the focus clubs, you want to focus on what you know first. Now, this is fantasy football, right? So if your team is like Ipswich, getting Muric, Leif Davis, Sam Smodics or whatever, there might be like 3 or 4 players that are fine, but the rest of the team is shit. And that's where the fantasy football part comes in. You get the guys that you know first, and then whatever problems that your squad has, the club that you support has, like they've not got a striker, their goalkeeper's shit, their defense is leaky, whatever, you can just go and get the guys that you know about, the guys you like, that fix the problems that your team has. So that's in essence, in terms of divisions, just focus first and foremost on the things you have the most knowledge at the edge of your fingertips for. I'm going to put this live now. So this is live on the channel now. It's a little 2-minute short. And for anyone that is just starting out on a budget, this is how I would start today. There'll be a proper video that will come out in due course. But for clubs, for Jake, Aaron, my team are Blackburn. Yeah, well, brilliant. Buy Beck, buy the goalkeeper, buy Cantwell, and then go from there. You know, is the way I would kind of say that. You can then just focus in on rivals as well with your cards. You can then play like Blackburn, play all the cards, get the win streaks up, try and get promoted, use that as a core part of the strategy. And I say that little short should touch on all of it. Be sure to check it out. We will be live later tonight for Go Fuck Friday. And I've normally got a fantastic panel with me. I'm sure we'll have another fantastic panel again tonight. And these sorts of topics and questions we can go into in much, much more detail, guys. This is just a deadline show where we're looking to get the predicted 11s, the game week strategy in place. And guys, guess what Santa brought me? Another PSG jumper. Would you believe it? But that is us, guys. We are at the end of the deadline show. I wish you all the best of luck for this game week. I sincerely hope every single one of these is 0.01 points behind me. Have a great game week. I'll probably see you later tonight as well. Good luck and go fuck.